Hello everybody, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO 2 edition. This is Nomadan here. Say hello to everyone, Nomadan. Alright, good boy. And we have to say everything's working a little better on my end anyway, since the last time we were here. It only took about 5 minutes for us to work our way through the login server this time, instead of my previous Narlo video where it took us 20 minutes to get logged in. From the time that I typed in my password to the time where we were actually in-game took 20 minutes to work through the characters loading and all. This time it only took about 5, so at least that part seems to be better. I do feel for all the people having bad cases of lag and everything else going on in the game while they're trying to get stuff accomplished. You know, we're at the moment doing just stuff just for craps and giggles, so it's not nearly as mission critical for us. When we left off, we had finished up a bingo boffin quest here, getting Tom Bombadil over there to take a look at Bingo's manuscript and read it over, and Tom has misplaced it, so we are going to pick up this one while we are at it.
Tom has misplaced my manuscript. Oh, bother!
Synonyms for spooky. I think it's a level 22, so we got a little leveling up to do, but we'll go ahead and grab it. We'll also grab whatever the ring is above Tom's head there as well before we head back into the barrows. Tom has misplaced my manuscript. Oh, bother. I knew there wasn't much of it. Let's blow it up again. I know there wasn't yet much of it, but I still keenly feel its loss. I will not be able to recreate exactly what I wrote the first time. Perhaps I should just abandon this endeavor. I'm not a writer, and I'm not an adventurer. You seek to console the unhappy hobbit, and soon Bingo is slightly less despondent. Perhaps you're right, Nomadan. Tom is most at home outdoors. Perhaps he set it down somewhere nearby. Can you look around in the vicinity and see if you see any pages of my manuscript? I do not want to lose the record of this journey so near the start of it. Find Bingo's manuscript somewhere outside near Tom Bombadil's house. We shall do that. Why, sure thing.
Perhaps Tom set my manuscript down somewhere nearby.
Just the last paragraph. All right, now let's find Tom. Where have you wandered off to? There you are. You know, you could do something about those wolves up there. Ah, too far away. You weren't a second ago. Yeah, it's bright blue your jacket is, and your boots are yellow. There we go. Quit running away! Hi-ho, Dario!
Hey do, merry do, my hearty.
Well, my merry fellow, ready to go a-leaping over barrows? Skip along and we'll sing a song, and that'll make the dark ones rattle. Yeah, we're not quite ready for Orthogroth quite yet. Which level is that one? That's a great barrow. Synonyms for spooky. That would be this one, I think. Epic volume. Yes, that is a 21, so it's still 2 levels above us, so we're not ready for that one yet. All right, we were going to make our way on over toward the look around Tom's house, see if he laid it down anywhere. Don't get around the back of Tom's house very often, you know. It's nice to have a reason to come back here. Don't want to know what kind of pipeweed you're growing in all these places here, Tom. They should make this. Y'all should make this actual oven you can use. I would love to cook in Tom Bombadil's oven. Alright, have we seen any pages? Any pages at all? Not seeing any here. Find his manuscript somewhere outside near Tom's house. Near his house, so I wouldn't imagine it would be any further down than the waterfall here, I wouldn't think. bridge. Alright, we don't see it there. Don't see anything sparkling like that should be it. Okay, well we're going to head on out, like I said. Head on back toward the Barrow Downs. Because we still got some Barrow Down quests to do. The ones in the southern part. Up on the Dead Man's Perch. Go and knock those out. And I'm not seeing any pages of any manuscript over this way either. As we wander into where the mobs actually hang out now. Anything this way, just in case. Sometimes this game, as we've talked about their directions before, sometimes they have a strange definition of near and far also. I'm not sure that the makers of the game watch Sesame Street all that often. Not sure. They should have watched the episodes where they went near, far, near, far. Like the Grover, I think it was, who did the near and far, where he ran back and forth. Alright, I'm not seeing any pages of any manuscript anywhere. Some nice, those beehives? Look like beehives. Never actually paid very much attention to what's going on around his house here. Oh, I never actually paid attention that you could run all the way around his house either. Neat. Never been around the porch. Thank you, Bingo, for making me run around Tom Bombadil's porch. That was very nice of you. Alright, we are going to move on out this way now. See if I can find... well, windblown pages. Looks like it's in exactly the direction we needed to go. Did I say anything? Several pages of Bingo's journal describe his plan to host a dinner party for his neighbors and the discovery of a map that set him out on his journey. You found some of Bingo's pages. Did the wind bring others north? They could very well have done that, couldn't they? If we can get on past this wolf and the bat. There we are. Several pages of Bingo's manuscript describe his initial experiences across the Brandywine Bridge and tracking down the sons and daughters of his cousin Priska in Buckland. You should bring these pages back to Bingo. Okay, is that as far as that goes? Alright, well, we'll take them back to Bingo then. I had been advised that I might want to pick that up since I was heading back toward the Barrow Downs anyway, and now I see why. I don't know if they hadn't been lit up. I don't know if I would have noticed those things laying there, or whether I just would have thought they were leaves or something. How they would have looked. Alright, talk to Bingo and talk to Marigold.
The wind must have carried the rest of the pages into the Barrow Downs.
Thank you for finding part of my manuscript, Nomadan. Tom must have set it down outside, and the wind took it, carrying pages north among the trees. You found some of them, but it seems to me that the rest of the pages must have been carried further north. Into the Barrow Downs. Bingo shivers. That place has a frightful reputation, and I did not plan to explore it, but now it seems I have no choice. We have to search the Barrow Downs for the remainder of the missing pages. It looks as if I'm missing the section of my journal that concerns my swimming lesson, and the section dealing with our departure from the Shire. After we have finished in the Barrow Downs, we should travel back to Newbury to bring Marigold home. I will see you there. Okay, so now we need to talk to Marigold.
If you are going to brave the Barrow Downs, so am I.
You found some of Cousin Bingo's missing pages on the pass to the north, didn't you? That way leads to the Barrow Downs. If you're going to brave that spooky place, so am I. A hero never runs away from a challenge, no matter how scary. I have heard that some frightful creatures make their homes among the burial mounds of men in the Barrow Downs, and we need to face some of them if we go there. Watch out for ravenous barghests and giant crawlers, for they will be watching out for you. Defeat barghests in the Barrow Downs. Well, we've done that. Defeat crawlers in the Barrow Downs. Why is this a level 22 quest? Find the section of manuscripts concerning Bingo's swimming lesson and the section of manuscript concerning Bingo's departure from the Shire. So all we have to do is kill barghests and crawlers. Well, we've been doing that for several levels now. Another strange quest in that it seems to be a little overrated there. Alright, let's head on north, people, and see where we are going. Show them where you come from, dog boy. Show them where you are going. Oh, I need to watch Blood of Heroes. I haven't seen Blood of Heroes in a long, long time. One of my absolute favorite movies with, oh God, now I've forgotten his name. I know his character is Roy Batty. He died here this last year. He was, you know, Roy Batty, the head replicant in Blade Runner. Oh my God. It's not Brian James. Brian James was, I've forgotten. And now I've forgotten his character's name. Oh my God. Pris Leon. Leon was Brian James. Roy Batty was played by blah. Oh, Lord. Anyway, red text I'll know. Red text I'll throw it across the screen here. It's so embarrassing. It's like Sean Young, Brian James, Harrison Ford. I cannot remember his name. Oh, well. Now, we've got to be on the lookout for pages while we're doing all this as well, don't we? Let's see if we can take this guy on. Barbed arrow to get a little bleeding damage on him. There, defeated Barghest. 1 of 6. Let's take this one on too. Alright, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be blasting away at these things. Until I've killed 6 of them and killed 6 of the crawlers, which won't be too hard to find either. And then, boom. Oh, only 4 crawlers, huh? And then we'll be looking for pages. So I'm going to be taking these out while I do that. And I will see y'all when we're a little bit further along here. Nice. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. We've rather quickly killed off all the Barghests we needed, and I have found some more windblown pages. And Marigold seems to be standing here as well. Right down there is where the lost encampment is. You know, you can see a couple of them standing right there. There's Reginald Sickleweed. There's the camp of the explorers. And just come right on around and up the hill here. Let's show you the map. There's the map. You see where we're standing. And just straight ahead of us are some pages. All right. There's Bingo and Marigold. I will protect you, my cousin. So, is it going to be a battle here? What were y'all going out here? You asked me to go find the pages, so what were y'all doing? These pages of Bingo's journal describe his state of mind at leaving the Shire on his adventures. So, are we going to have a fight now? You found the pages concerning Bingo's departure from the Shire. Apparently not. They're just working their way out of the barrows, perhaps. Okay. There, we found that one, so let us continue on. And there's the way back into the old forest that we found that last time, that we did not know existed. And I'm going to continue looking for more pages. Don't think they'll be down there next to the... the keeper of the Crebine. But we'll see where they might be. Okay, when I find the second bunch, we will, at that point, I think, go meet... I don't know if we will have to fight and protect Bingo, or whether we'll go back and meet them over at Marigold's house in Newbury. We'll have to see. Let's keep looking for those pages right now, and I will see y'all again very shortly. We have made our way over to the Dead Man's Perch in our search of the lost pages, and figure while we're here, we might as well go ahead and pick up these quests. So let's what they have, see what level they are. Alright, we got the bounties, Barghest Eyes. It's a level 20. Many believe the strength of the Barghest lay in their howl. While their howls are dangerous or powerful, their eyes are equally dangerous. Alright, with but a gaze, they've been known to strike a deep fear into their victims that can kill them. Like you seek out the Barghest and collect their eyes. Alright, that's one of the bounties we've got. Next one will be the Cardolan Relics.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Relics of Cardolan can fetch a nifty price from the well-to-do in Breetown. Since we're here, I thought we might offer you a little deal. Grave robbers everywhere. If you collect these relics over the course of their travels, I will be giving material of great value to you. Alrighty. And white skulls.
Could I speak with you a moment?
It is not unusual that we are in such a position. We have come here before with no danger present save the rats, crawlers, or the occasional Barghest. This, however, is most peculiar. I am certain that the people of Breeling can benefit from the removal of these terrifying foes, these whites, so I offer you something of a bounty for their defeat. Defeat the walking dead here and return their skulls to me. Alright. All a bunch of level 20s. Miss Addie, what was your quest level here?
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
Another level 20. Oh, what a fine, strong person you are. You remind me of my own poor sons. They've been gone for some time now, and I've heard nary a word from them. You see, it started with my son Malin. He was sure there were treasures out in the Barrow Downs for the taking, and left seeking his fortune. After a few days passed and he didn't come back, I sent his brother Amlach after him, and I've not heard from him either. Now I've ventured here with these others after my sons. Amlach said he'd camp at the Dead Man's Perch on the eastern cliffs, but he was not here when we arrived. The others here think he's gone further south. Can you go and look for him? Sure, we'll do that. Accept it.
Woe to me!
Alright. There are grey ruins in the south, sometimes mistaken for Dead Man's Perch. Perhaps my son Amlach is here. Please hurry. We got one more over here. Let's grab Mr. Red Thistle. At the forest edge.
Stay a moment.
At the edge of the old forest, south through the Barrow Downs, there are many bears suffering from a terrible plague. The only way I can see to save them from their agonies is to destroy them and ensure they do not spread their plague into the remainder of the old forest. You will find the bears and the plague carriers deep to the south, where the walls of the old forest meet the Barrow Downs. Destroy the bears, and then destroy the diseased crawlers infecting them. You may find some of the disease-carrying crawlers outside of their hosts as well. Defeat 8 angry bears and 24 large barrow crawlers. Ugh, I remember that one was a pain in the butt.
Would you do something for me?
From death comes life. Collect seeds from the corrupted trees. The corrupted trees must be purged out of the southern Barrow Downs, but they may yet return to the natural fold. To determine this, I will need their seeds. Collect their seeds and return them to me. If they can be saved, I will see that the seeds are brought to a place where they can grow into natural creatures once again. You will find the corrupted trees deep within the southern Barrow Downs, where the walls of the old forest are too thick to pass beyond. Purging the dead.
Would you do something for me?
Defeat 25 whites. Oh, that's a fellowship quest. 25 whites in the Great
Want
Barrow.
to take a moment of your time?
Unfortunate harvest. Defeat corrupted trees. Long have I lived within the bounds of Breland. My family has long exchanged tales of the people that lived in these lands. We spoke of their relationship with the old forest, and how it was by their hand that the forest began its slide into ruin. It is for these reasons that I find sorrow in these lands, and not fear. Deep to the south, where the eaves of the woods are too strong to penetrate, you will find moving trees who have long been separated from their brethren. These once noble trees are ruined and rotted from within, and I must ask that you destroy them. It is for the good of all that we end them before they become something even more vile than they already are. Can do. All right. And we've seen her. What supplementary message do you have? You don't have any. Just this accursed place is terrible. All right. I'm going to go out and continue looking for pages. And I'm thinking head toward the exit, maybe. Maybe that's where we'll find something. We'll take a look. Anyway, I'm going to keep looking for pages. And I'm going to keep kind of moving along the edges here, too. First one was right along the edge. In fact, you could look down and see the old forest roads. Maybe the next collection of them will be along the edge here also. I'll see y'all again shortly. And I've found the last set of pages. I'm hoping it's the last set of pages here. It was not anywhere. We had traveled all along that top wall and went out there and could not find it out of the pass. So I circled back around, couldn't find it on the other edges. So I've been kind of crisscrossing back and forth doing this search pattern, you know. It's like, all right, let's travel up this way. Let's go over. Let's travel back. Let's go over. Let's travel up. And here we found them. I was kind of half expecting to see Marigold and Bingo again. All right, let's see. These pages of Bingo's manuscript describe his swimming lesson in the Brandywine with a fair amount of honesty. You found the pages concerning his swimming lesson. All right, now we have to talk to him outside the house of Pinka Boffin in Newbury. Well, I think I remember Newbury being in Brandywine. Buckland, I mean. So let's go back there. Isn't she the one? Isn't that the house where all the Boffin children were all gathered around, I do believe. So we're going to head back there and see if they have annoying. Very, very annoying. That's what they are. Can we get out this way? I think we can. Oops, nope. We could from the other side. Like you can go up this way and run across. And that's what we'll do rather than go back across and near that Barguest there. Finding there's a lot of places in and out of the barrows that did not exist during my first trials and tribulations here. All right, we're going to go down here. I'm going to grab a stable ride from Adso's back over to Buckland. And I will talk to you when we get to the Boffin house in Newbury there. So I'll see you again very shortly. Yep, time to hop off the horse. I thought we wouldn't have to go very far. And we did not. Here is Pinka's house. It was Priska's house. And Marigold and Bingo are waiting for us. You'll notice I've taken the stone out of my pocket. So I'm thinking this will level us up to level 20, since that is the level of the quest we're doing now. And what better way to level up than have
I learned a lesson. Do not let folk read my book until it is done.
And having good old Bingo here level us up. Synonyms for spooky. We have all returned safely from the Barrow Downs, and I've exhausted my supply of adjectives with which to describe them, Nomadan. There are only so many ways I can convey unhappy I was to be walking among those mounds. I learned a valuable lesson, too. Do not let folk read my book before it is quite finished. Tom did not mean any harm by it, but I do not want to risk losing any more of the pages in frightful places. Tracking down pages is quite a tiresome activity, wouldn't you say? Priska is quite cross with me as well. She thinks that it was my idea to go jaunting along in the Barrow Downs when it was the furthest idea in my head. That was mostly Marigold's idea. Talk to Marigold Boffin, and then talk to Priska Boffin. All right.
Priska thinks it was my idea to enter the Barrow Downs, but it was not.
All right, Marigold.
I will need to come up with something exciting to top this adventure.
That was amazing, Nomadan. The Barrow Downs were everything I'd hoped they would be. I was never scared. Not really. I will need to come up with something truly exciting to top this most recent adventure. And Priska. Boffin Matriarch.
We Boffins have been many things, but heroes? I don't know about that.
She looks kind of like Pearl from Last of the Summer Wine. I think I'd want to tick her off just about as much, too. I have scolded Marigold before, and it never seems to do any good. The girl is always going off on these adventures. Adventures! More like mischief and bother, if you ask me. It was good to see my cousin Bingo for a short while, but I must ask him to be off as soon as he can be. Either he has been a bad influence on Marigold, or she's been a bad influence on him, but either way, that is entirely too much adventurous spirit between them. We Boffins have been many things, but heroes? I don't know about that.
We Boffins have been many things, but heroes? I don't know about that. I will need to come up with something exciting to top this adventure.
All right, Bingo, you gonna level us up?
Priska will calm down in time. She always does.
Recommended level 24 on the next one. Priska will calm down in time. She always does. Now I will visit with all my various cousins once removed and do my best to talk Marigold out of the adventuring business. I don't think it will succeed, and just between you and me, Nomadan, I don't think I want to. She will make a fine hero if that's what she wants to be, and Priska will just have to get used to it. But don't tell her I said that. We shall need a place to stay until our journey resumes. Next week, the 2 taverns, recommended level 24.
My feet are ready to once again set forth on the road.
There we go. Yes. And the white tree. Many elements of the UI can be customized. Well, we know that. They waited until level 20 to tell us about that? Boy, that was a big quest. Look how much XP it gave us. Let's go ahead
My feet are ready to once again set forth on the road.
Pick that one up. That was a nice visit after all, Nomadan. Priska eventually forgave me for whatever part I may have played in Marigold's decision to become a hero instead of a stay-at-home hobbit, and I enjoyed spending time with my many cousins. I jotted down their names in the margins of my manuscript so that I do not forget them. Once again, I marvel at how Priska keeps track of them all. My feet are ready to once again set forth on the road. I consulted the map, and it seems the town of Bree should be our next stop. Let us walk to the west gate of that town and take in the sights for a short time only, and then we will continue on into the Lone Lands and further adventure. Indeed, and that's where we will be going, is into the Lone Lands.
I will meet you at the west gate of the town of Bree.
Once we finish up in the Barrows, of course. All right, folks. That was a bit unexpected. I kind of expected and unexpected. I was kind of expecting to do more in the actual Barrows and the Barrow quest, but hey, we got on along. We leveled up to level 20. We got to see the tree. I think we got a horse now. I think we get to have a horse now. We may go do that. That'll be next week. Next week we will go and we will dun as we finish up the little horse ride and get our riding skill and buy our first horse. All right, we will see y'all then. I thank y'all for coming with me. Nomadan here thanks you too. I hope y'all have had a good time, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.